Have you ever wondered about the darkest corners of the human mind? What drives a person not just to kill, but to kill again and again? Today, we delve into the chilling narratives of the top 10 serial killers, their stories etched into the annals of crime history. First, we whisk you back to the late 19th century, when Jack the Ripper terrorized the foggy streets of London. His gruesome murders, largely targeting sex workers in the Whitechapel district, sent shockwaves across the nation. To this day, his identity remains a mystery, leaving his dark legacy shrouded in enigma. Sailing across the Atlantic, we arrive in America during the early 20th century, where the infamous Dr. H.H. Holmes constructed a murder castle in Chicago. His sinister building was designed with secret passages, gas chambers, and a dissection room. Holmes confessed to 27 murders, though the actual count could be much higher. As we venture into the mid-20th century, we encounter the chilling figure of John Wayne Gacy, a man who hid his monstrous nature behind a clown's smile. Known as the Killer Clown, Gacy lured young boys with promises of work or magic tricks, only to torture and murder them in his suburban Chicago home. Next, we turn to the notorious Ted Bundy, a charismatic law student who used his charm to disarm his victims before striking with brutal force. Bundy confessed to 30 murders, but estimates suggest the true number could be more than double that. As we continue our journey, we descend into the twisted mind of David Berkowitz, the son of Sam. Berkowitz terrorized New York City during the late 70s, randomly shooting victims and leaving cryptic messages for the police. Then, we find ourselves in the shadow of the Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway, who preyed on vulnerable women in the Seattle area during the 80s and 90s. Ridgway confessed to 49 murders, making him one of the most prolific serial killers in American history. Next, we confront the BTK killer, Dennis Rader, who bound, tortured, and killed his victims in Wichita, Kansas. Rader's reign of terror spanned 3 decades, from the 70s to the early 21st century. Our journey brings us to the chilling figure of Aileen Wuornos, a woman who turned the tables on predatory men. Wuornos, a sex worker, shot and killed 7 men who she claimed had attempted to rape her. Finally, we face the Golden State Killer, Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer who committed at least 13 murders, 50 rapes, and over 100 burglaries in California from the 70s to the 80s. In conclusion, these chilling narratives provide a window into the darkest corners of the human mind, revealing a capacity for cruelty that defies comprehension. Each of these killers left a trail of devastation in their wake, their stories a stark reminder of the depths to which humanity can sink. Yet, they also underscore the resilience of those who survived, and the relentless pursuit of justice by law enforcement. As we remember these monstrous figures, let us not forget the victims, for it is their stories that truly deserve to be told.